with the feel-good vibes of Classy Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Welcome to Sport Spotlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
You are now watching the Sports Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin. I say good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another exciting episode of the Spotlight, where we say we bring you all of the updates and everything that is happening on the sports world, whereas on field and outside of the field, we've got you covered. My name is Moeketsi Maimane, and I'm your host for today, as always. And I'm not alone. I'm going to give it to Arto to introduce himself to the beautiful people out there.
Of course, welcome everybody. Welcome. This is Spotlight Show. As you know, ukuthi njalo idlala ngama Wednesday. Mawufuna ukuzizwa ukuthi unjani ku sports, mawufuna ukwazi more about sports. This is your time to tune in, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is the Show Online on each and every social media platforms. Or you can call us on 061-524-7758.
Indeed, that is a number that you can connect with us. And also, if you want to engage with us, so Arto has told you we are Share Online on each and every social media platform. So do make sure that you join our conversation, as we're going to be breaking down on what has been happening on the sports world. Whether you have any suggestion or something that you saw that you want us to cover for you, we are definitely right here for you as the sports show. So without wasting any time, I'm just going to ask the most important question that we always ask when we start our show. If you're going to be a guest, just know, Guti, we are going to ask you, Guti, how was your sports weekend? Let me start with you, man. How was your sports weekend?
Sports weekend, ihlali right, man. Maria this time, I'm disappointed because ama game amaningi I couldn't watch because of indaba yogesi. Lento yogesi man, iyasiphazamisa, but otherwise mangibona ama highlight I saw ukuthi ama game amnani manje, like analento yokuthi man hlalo ngibukele awafana nala kudala ukuthi ayisengizomela iPirates sengizomela iChiefs, but ama game amanje
yeah man, because there is interesting and everything is dramatic. There's drama, there's more sports, there's a lot of things happening on the field, and people are being glued into their screens. I mean, I'm also a victim to that, man. Whenever I see a good match, you know, definitely I'm watching it until the last whistle. So my sports weekend, of course, it was good because it was a lot of drama, a lot of goals that I saw. You know, we've had the Carling Cup, we've had the Premier League. People are now back from their international duties. So manje, it's football, more football. And obviously for us, it's more work, more updates that we are going to be giving, you know, to you at home. If you're watching right now, I also want to ask you, man, how was your sports weekend? If you never watched any sports or you stumbled upon something, whether it was a breaking news, please share it with us on our social media platforms. We are Share Online on each and every social media platform. So please do drop your comments down below on the comment section. We are live right now on Facebook, and we are also live on TikTok. So if you want to join the conversation, do the right thing by staying with us and let us have beautiful and sporty conversations and discussions. I mean, it's said ukuthi bengena gesi because the slogan for Icaling Cup is faku gesi.
Oh, yazini. Oh,
but the faku gesi everywhere you go. So unfortunately, Shuato couldn't catch up with some games because ugesi bongafakiki. But we know good there are people out there ugesi bofakiwe. Everything was well off with them. So obviously it's something that we're going to be discussing, looking through what happened in the Carling knockout because there was drama. Khona abanye bamathambo ngathi they're not well off from that lose, but it's something that we're going to be speaking about on our headlines for today. The Carling knockout cup round of 16. Right now we are only left with 8 teams who are going to be battling it out. The date are to be confirmed, and we're going to be speaking about obviously the Premier League is back. We saw teams knocking horns, and drama was also there, so we're going to be sharing the scores and what happened. And if you're watching right now and you feel like your team was playing and you saw something that you didn't like, please come, let's share, come, let us discuss right here on the Sports Light Show. And also we've got an update from Mamelodi Sundowns regarding Themba Zwane's injury. We know good to Themba, he plays a very huge role. He comes up with different tactics in the club, and he is a leader. It's not only a loss for Mamelodi Sundowns, but it's a loss for Bafana also. So it's something that we're going to be covering. And speaking about Sizugutu Mangoba Niti, what update does he have for us? And moving on, we're going to be speaking about Ranga Chivaviro giving a valuable advice, because we saw him on a game on Saturday against the SuuperSport United after scoring a goal, going to fans, doing some celebrations that led him, to be given advices by people who have been in the professional field, who have played football, who have been in the field and experienced what Ranga was doing. So please do make sure that you stay with us. We are shared online on each and every social media platform. We can't wait to be delivering news like this. We are here for you each and every Wednesday right here, 3 p.m. on the dot. We do not disappoint. So mina ngithi hlala nathi sizohlala nawe. Let us take a short break, and then when we come back sigena phakathi kwazo sithi faku gesi mntana.
You want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Classy Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
Welcome to Sports Spotlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
You are now watching the Sports Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin. Indeed, let the games begin. 16 minutes past 3 is the time right now, right here on Share Radio, brought to you by Share Online. Thank you so much for staying with us. You are still watching the Sports Light Show, where we say we're bringing you all of the sports update and everything that is happening, whether it's on field and outside of the field. We've got you covered. So please do make sure that you comment down below and tell us how was your sports weekend, man. If Umjolo is your sport, you can actually comment down below and tell us ukuthi umjolo wami is going very well, as you know, they say umjolo it's kanabathe yini extreme sports. Barre umjolo ke extreme sports. So please do make sure that you join us on our social media platforms, Slaleni, and discuss what has been happening in the sports world. So right now we're going to start with the game that played yesterday. We know ukuthi Orlando Pirates was playing against SuperSport United at Orlando Stadium, right? So I think the main important thing to be watching is the comments from Gavin Hunt. But before we get into that, Orlando Pirates won 2-0 against SuperSport United in the Betway Premiership. They started off the game where we saw Evidence Mahopa giving Orlando Pirates an early goal around 2 minutes, and then the second goal was scored by Dion Hoto in 92 minutes. So Orlando Pirates won the game 2-0. If you didn't know, now you know, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, big ups to Orlando Pirates. Congratulations for winning their game. But obviously, there's so much talking points when it comes to SuperSport. As we saw them playing with Kaizer Chiefs Saturday on the Carling knockout, and they lost 4-0. So their encounter with the Soweto Giant has not been, that strong. Yabo. So I mean, it's something that I want us to talk about, especially what Gavin Hunt said. So they played Kaizer Chiefs, they lost 4-0, Carling Cup knockout. And then yesterday, Tuesday, they played against Orlando Pirates. They lost 4-0. So right now, I just want us to read the words from Gavin Hunt. So Hunt said, nobody plays Chiefs, Pirates, Chiefs again in a week. SuperSport United head coach Gavin Hunt has opened up about his side's tough run of fixtures against the league's big three in the recent weeks. Nobody has played Chiefs, Pirates, and the Chiefs again in a week. SuperSport faced Chiefs again on Saturday. The Saturday that we are going to. They are going to play against Kaizer Chiefs. Return fixture. If Chiefs played Pirates, they never play Sundowns on Wednesday. So it's crazy. We have a big game on Saturday. We will try to get over this period. I know the players are committed, but obviously we're lacking the quality. Yeah. It's difficult. We played Sundowns away, Chiefs away, Pirates away, Cape Town City away. It's difficult when you have a young side bringing these kids on, 18, 19. You're going to suffer. And I better not say, because I'm going to be hammered every week. But congratulations to Orlando Pirates. Yeah. Those are the words from Gavin Hunt. I don't know. What are your thoughts about those words, man?
Before I say something, here we have Zilani Richite ku YouTube. At my sport weekend was hard as Pirates lost to Magesi. Motlakaso Shapi.
Sorry, man. Sorry. We are not here to intend and make fun of people when they come out. Tina season to doza. We are the people who are your shoulders to cry on. So, of course, man, Magesi had to do what they have to do. But we're going to be back on that, as we're going to be getting into discussion in terms of the game that was playing against Magesi and Orlando Pirates. So, back to Coach Hunt's words. Zoguti, playing Chiefs, Pirates, Cape Town City, all in a week. It's something that's so crazy.
Ash, man, with this country name, we enjoy seeing izinto eziso. Yabona especially makudlala la match la ubona ukuthi yazini le kumele ngihlale phansi ngifocus ngibone ukuthi ubani oluzayo ubani ongaluzi, because one thing about soccer we enjoy ukuthi ngiphume ngizomakhelwana ukuthi uwinile mangabe udliwe kuhleka mina kuqala yabo. So makenzeka izinto ezikanje thina siba happy because into ebesifuna from dala ukuthi sithola ama match aso alandelana, enjoy than ukuthi sihlale 1 month singabukeli ibhola, sibukela amabhola ngaphandle. We prefer ukuthi sibukele ibhola lalana and enjoy into yasekasi yabo. But what ilentuzana ayishilo, it's something edonsa abantu in terms of ukuthi mele bahlale babukele.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about that, Vele, Orlando Pirates are back in action. Because we know that they have won 4 of 4 of their games in the Betway Premiership. So we saw them winning 2-0 against SuuperSport United, which puts them in number 1 on the table as it stands right now. So we're going to see a lot of drama when it comes to the Betway Premiership as people are bouncing off from, the losses that they have encountered over the weekend. So a very huge congratulations to Orlando Pirates, and we would love to see a challenge, of course, as we saw Mamelodi Sundowns win the league for the past 8 seasons or whatever, 15 seasons that you can ever think of. It's been a lot, so we definitely need somebody who will challenge Mamelodi Sundowns. We have teams like Orlando Pirates that are starting to pick up right now, so it's something that we would love to see. So right now, obviously, as promised before the break, I told you that we are going to be debunking and speaking about the Carling knockout that kicked off last week Saturday, where we saw the fixtures being taken out, and obviously we had your results. Before we go into those results, now you know that we are only left with 4 teams that will knock horns on the quarterfinals. Venues are to be confirmed and times are to be confirmed. So please stay updated. We would also come with that update whenever everything is finalized by the Carling Cup knockout. So on the Carling Cup, an exciting open round of the Carling knockout delivered a major shock and plenty of goals as Stellenbosch, Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns, Richards Bay, Magesi, Cape Town, TS Galaxy and Marumo Gallants secured quarterfinal spot. Stellenbosch kicked off their Carling knockout title defense with a 2-1 win over Amazulu in Durban on Friday night. We know Guti last season Stellenbosch came triumphed and they took, the Carling knockout. So as of right now, they've won their game and they're going to play against Marumo Gallants on the quarterfinals. And we know Guti, they won the cup last season and they're defending champions. So they have a very huge, task above them. So in terms of defending titles like Carling knockout, where you see like a lot of PSL major teams, what do you think in terms of defending title, the importance of defending your title? Where should be your mental be right now?
Njengoba bayiwinile so ne for bona, okay, last time ba celebratile, it was nice, but now because they're defending champions, it's important for bona ukuthi they should prove ukuthi akusi mistake. I mean, we saw ne Pirates last time nge MTN 8. It's the 3rd time manje bayithola ilandelana. So they have proven ukuthi this thing yethu. Unlike amanye ama game uzowathola ukuthi umuntu yawina this week, the following weeks maybe ama week ay4 akawini, and then uzowina next time. So with the Stellenbosch, I believe ukuthi njengoba bangama defending champions, so they are fighting ukuthi even if siya lose but let it be at least kube ilose ukuthi nabo bazwile. Akumelanga kube ukuthi bawiniswa ukuthi okay swinele bunzima, mele bawinisa ukuthi last time siyithathile namanje masithatha, mele sithathe bazwile nabo ukuthi siyithathile vele. But the way baza ngakhona nama game wabo ne structure sabo baza ngaso, I believe ukuthi bazoyithatha again.
Definitely, because they have a huge task, above them to make sure that they fulfill the victory of defending the Carling knockout 2023 and 2024 Carling knockout cup. So going to my YouTube there, I see a comment from Refile Rasekhanso saying Orlando Pirates is on fire. Hard luck on Carling, but it's also a good thing because we have many games ahead. #forever ezimnyama. A true fan right there, showing some love to their team. And also, if you have, your favorite team, show some love to that team, whether it lost or they won some of their games. So do make sure that you engage with us on our social media platforms. We are Share Online. Right now, we are live on TikTok. Go to TikTok and check it out. Share the live with your favorites and tap the screen. As Tekeleke say, Tata Scream, Tata Scream, asithathe lento. And then moving on, goals from Devon Titles, speaking about the Stellenbosch game where they won 2-1 over AmaZulu. Devon Titles scored, Andre de Jong scored, and they secured the victory for Stellenbosch at Kings Welitini Stadium. While the one goal that was scored by AmaZulu, it was Tshepang Moremi. Then on Saturday, 5 matches took place on a Saturday with the big 3 in action as well. Orlando Pirates shockingly eliminated by Betway Premiership newbies Magesi FC. Clinton Larsen troops went to halftime already leading 3-0 after goals from Delano Abrahams, Thabiso Sesane, which was an own goal, and Edmore Chirambandare. Meanwhile, Kabelo Dlamini and Evidence Mahopa scored late goals for the Buccaneers as they were trying to come back to the game. I mean, I believe this has to be our talking point. One of the games that you should be talking about. Yeah. We saw a comment from Uri Filo saying, you know what, ezimnyama, pambiling ezimnyama, but now we saw Magesi coming out in numbers as strong as they were, and they won. Yeah. 3-2 was the final score. What were your thoughts about the game?
I think they understood its task yabo. Yeah. Because if a slogan sikhuluma ngogesi nabo ba ugesi, they had to make sure ukuthi lo gesi siyawufaka. And
then nabo Magesi. Everything ugesi. Faka ugesi.
Nase stadium udlala ngogesi wethu, so they make sure ukuthi yazini la siyawufaka lo gesi siyayithatha lento le. But one thing about Magesi, since I've been watching it has improved. Yeah. Hayi kancane, but they've been improving lapho nalapho, but improvement yabo you can see it because khona umuntu improveayo but you can't even see ukuthi uya improve. Yeah. Ubona sekaqedile ukuthi like beka improve la. Yeah. But with Magesi you can see a lot. There's a lot that has changed. Yeah, but with Bashai Pirates, I benefitile strong right now.
Indeed, man. Yeah. Strong encounter. They came up with numbers and make sure Uguti, and they didn't take, to say okay, Orlando Pirates is a big team, we should be scared. But they made sure let us take advantage of what we have. Yeah. Because they know Orlando Pirates is good at scoring goals. So let us secure those goals as early as possible. So on my Facebook now, Lunga Twabe. At a good day, guys, the Soul Music signing in Amakosi for life. Danko Lapo. We also have another Kosi fan signing in. We have Refilwe, Orlando Pirates fan signing in. It's the battle of the two, guys. Between Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs, who are the best? Refilwe, please answer me on the comment section on YouTube, on Facebook. Gazi, do you think Orlando Pirates has what it has to Uguti Vale or Shy Kaizer Chiefs? I want to know from you. Keep those comments coming, and thank you so much. And obviously, getting back to the conversation, when we come back from the break, I also want us to look at the influence of what Magesi has, because in Magesi Mangatiapega, their coach is Clinton Larsen. Clinton Larsen, he has had, a spared time coaching a team. He once coached Celtics and he once coached Platinum Stars, if I'm not mistaken. So he has experience. So it speaks about the preparation. As much as he has been in one of the top flight clubs in the PSL, that means he knows how to play with these guys. He knows the pressure that comes with playing with, big teams. So it's something that we are going to be speaking about. And also, some of the players, that we saw, they were playing right there at Absa Premiership, DStv Premiership, now known as the Betway Premiership. So right now, let us take a short break, and please, as we are going to come back with more. I see there we have comments from our YouTube. We're going to come back and read those for you guys. In the meantime, keep those comments coming. We'll read them whenever we come back to the break. You're still watching the Sportslight Show with me, Moeketsi Maimane, and the one and only Ato right here on Share Radio, brought to you by Share Online. Okwamanje artist 30K for city halftime kancane siyophuza amanzi, and then we'll come back with more updates and continue from where we left from.
You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news, and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Kasi Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio. Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Welcome to Sports Spotlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
You are now watching the Sports Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin. Thank you so much for staying with us. You are still in your right channel and your right place by watching the Sportslight Show, where we give you all of the updates and everything that has to do with sports, whether it's on field and outside of the field. We've got you covered. I see you guys, you're still commenting on my social media platforms. I'm going to read those comments shortly. In the meantime, do make sure that you share the live with your loved ones. If you know people love sports, whether it's extreme sports, which is umjolo, whether it's extreme sports, zokboleka imali, zokubheja, share the live with them and tell them that we are live. We are here with the updates. And also, we know Nina bathanda ukubheja. Let us help you. If you want to bet for the best team that is going to win, we are here for you. So do make sure that you do the right things by being with us on our social media platforms. Right now, we are live on TikTok, we are live on Facebook, we are also live on YouTube. Do the right thing and leave down your comments. Okwamanje, I still have Ukazi, Chiefs fan, I have Urifilwe, a Pirates fan. Who do I have? When I check on my YouTube, Atitumza 66 the number one. Sandawana fan checking in. Now we have a Sandawana fan. Guys, Magesi fans, where are you? Where are you guys? We want to see you in right here so that we can speak about the experiences and everything that you see during the weekend when you watch your favorite team. My name is Moeketsi Maimane and I am right here with the one and only Ato Blade in studio, giving you all of the updates and the latest news that you have to know. Still on the Carling Knockout Cup that played Saturday from where we come from. So we're speaking about this game here, Magesi, against Orlando Pirates. I mean, speaking of Clinton Larsen in terms of his span, in the Betway Premiership, we know Guti has coached some few clubs, and those clubs, they really played good football. But now the coach come with the expertise. So Guti, I have coached here. I know how the pressure is. So obviously every time when a game is about to be played, whether it's on weekend, whether it's during the week, we know that there's research that's being done. To make sure Uguti, we get all of the information that we can about the club, their formation, how they play, their style of play, most importantly, the last game that they have played. So Clinton Larsen brought that, and Chirabandare also was playing for Polokwane City. He is familiar with the top flight teams. And Magesi, newly promoted from Imotsepe Foundation, they are now in the Betway Premiership. So they come with the experience. They come with a lot of expertise when it comes to the coaches and the players. So it's something that we also need to be looking at, because Pirates, they thought, okay, let us see ukuthi badlala kanjani, as you are still watching and calculating ukuthi, okay, these guys badlala so, then let's attack. But in the midst of things, while they were still calculating, Magesi befaka ugesi. Bathi 1 + 1 uthi 2. Uthi upapa mase kuyi 3-0 score. So I just want us to discuss that moment. And if you're watching right now and you know what really happened and occurred in the game, please do make sure to share it with us right down there on the comments. Because in Funa Skulume nge preparation, we know that when you prepare for a game, you know that immediately when it says kick off, do you feel Orlando Pirates was slow enough to calculate a player with Magesi in terms of their positioning and their movement, and of course placing themselves in the right positions?
Because I was not there, I won't say they did, but they couldn't implement ngendlela right. But what I can say is that the mentality yama player is very stubborn. Even though we know we are like when we have okay nyalazi ball. But maso se grounding, you have that mentality of okay, let's him le iqeda ukugena manje. So I don't think they have that experience edlula thina. Thina sesicompete nama team amakhulu. And labo bantu esicompete nabo, they have experience enkulu nabo. So thina, we are not supposed to ukuthi sithuke ngaleyo ndlela asidlaleni ibhola abafethu scoreni. That's the mentality abangene ngayo. Only to find out ukuthi Magesi bona, instead of ukuthi babheke kwe pitch ukuthi during a game babheke ukuthi angithi there's that 5 minutes abanipha yona ukuthi okay guys, you should check ukuthi usbanibani udlala kaso, usbanibani udlala so. With that 5 minutes, make sure ukuthi masoceda to analyze it, then make sure ukuthi you implement strategy sakho or esasejimini. But I feel like bona they had to ukuthi babheke basase e-club house ba-check ukuthi okay nasi screen guys, asicheke lo ngale match yonke 90 minutes yonke, asichekeni ukuthi ubani odlala kanjani. And then during that 90 minutes abayibukelile, they saw ukuthi okay mina mele ngenze so e-ground yini ngenza umsebenzi, asikho isikhathi soku-analyze, which is what they did. They had to ukuthi bakore. First half they gave us 3 goals, and then Pirates yayenza ukuthi yakora second half, which is bakore 2 goals. But bese late, it's difficult for them ukuthi baqale bathi okay like senzani, because right now they are panicking because bogi goal after goal. So nabo mase bakore first goal, Magesi yapheni ukuthi okay guys sesilahle man.
Yeah.
They came back ngegoli los2. They panicked more. But they had to make sure ukuthi okay abafiki ku3 at least. Asimaking sure ukuthi sidlala ibhola until matches iphele, which is what they did. So I feel like iPirates they had the mentality yokunyatha.
Yeah.
Because abadlalanga they badlale ngakhona mabadlala nama team abawajwayele. I think bebanyatha, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because in what you have mentioned in terms of analyzing, you shouldn't waste time, you know, when you have to analyze a game as it plays along. You know, it's very important that you stick to your strategy. And if your strategy is not implemented as you wanted, make sure that your opponents, you know, you frustrate them in a manner of while you still positioning yourself, you do well. So that is what Magesi has done. If you feel like you have any comment and you feel like you know, you see something different from us, do make sure to comment down below. So on Facebook, Cheesy T, I'll be giving away 3 tickets. Oh, Cheesy T, I need you to be specific. Which tickets will you be giving away? So please do make sure that you comment down again and tell us what kinds of tickets, because your sports show, maybe you want to give away, you know, tickets for a soccer match, you know, because you know that we have games that are going to be playing on Saturday. So please do make sure to tell us down there below on your comment section and emphasize to us, you know, what kind of tickets are you speaking about? Concert tickets, you know, tickets to the strip. But please do make sure you emphasize with us. And Tina, we are giving away free interviews, by the way. But and then now Lunga Twabe saying, I am not scared of Orlando Pirates. Guys, yeah, it can be dangerous, especially when they are under pressure. Magesi was just lucky. Kaizer Chiefs Kinabiola is cooking, so I'm not worried. He is not worried. But let him cook. Let him cook. Ninantini, to those who are watching right now, Pirates fans, I feel like you're catching fire. Nyanfonela, you're not even picking my calls. Why are you catching fire? If you know you have what it takes, come on, man. Pirates fans, Kaizer Chiefs fans, let the games begin. But sisa kuyo lendaba le, you know, ye Magesi and Orlando Pirates. We saw on the last minute in which is Uhlungwani, you know, highlighted it Soccer Zone and said, guys, that last goal been kalangayo, it's offside. Yeah, it's clear offside. There's nothing we can say. And also the penalty lebe bakhuluma ngayo, it's definitely not a penalty, man.
I feel like sometimes bokuyile nto yokuthi okay sesinyathile ne.
Yeah,
and now labantu laba sebayenzile umsebenzi wabo baqedile. The only thing kumele bayenze ukudefenda lescore leso ukuthi okay sihlala la abadluli. So bona instead of ukuthi basebenze ngendlela right bebathembele indaba yama penalty ukuthi izosebenzela.
Yeah,
so banyathe kakhulu to the point ukuthi sekulate ukuthi bakhave score.
Yeah,
so I think that's why maybe besebafuna nama penalty bafuna ama free kick bafuna kuningi, but I hope ukuthi next time bazoyeka ukunyatha. And we also have a comment la ku YouTube uRefile Rasikhanto athi Mufokeng and Nkota Kombo, we are taking the league this time.
Yo. The confidence from the Orlando Pirates fan. Pamasandawara. Ngathi nthulile kanye. Are you catching the fire? Come on, guys. Speak with us. Gazi, now ngathi bakuphendulile. Thank you so much for keeping those comments coming. So, Gazi saying Kaizer Chiefs Kinabiola. You know, so the guy is cooking. We should give him time. You know, and everything will work out. But as for manje, we are seeing, man, Mufokeng, Nabonkota, Kombo, they're taking the league. Yeah. You know, that's how confident Pirates fans are with taking the league. But we know, when we're looking at that game, the things that were happening in terms of looking for penalties, Bakalelama goal that were offside, it's emotions raising because they want to get back to the game. You know, being eliminated, and obviously they're playing that game, and their last games they didn't lose any game for 8 games. You know, so it was that thing of keeping the the streak on, man. Ukuthi, hey, bafethu, we are on. Siyagijima manje. Yabo, but yeah, that's how the game ended. 3-2 was the final score, which Magesi saw themselves advancing to the quarterfinals, and they will be facing ETS Galaxy on to the quarterfinals. Elsewhere, Marumo Gallants defeated Polokwane City 3-2 to place book a place in the last 8. Mamelodi Sundowns hammered Lamontville Golden Arrows 5-0 in the match that was played at the Lucas Moripe Stadium. Goals from Tapelo Morena, Igram Reynas, Motobi Mvala, Peter Shalulile, and Kutlwano Letlaku gave Mamelodi Sundowns a spot in the quarterfinal. So, right now, my football fans, I just want us to look at, the difference that we saw, in the Carling Cup at the weekend. So, you have Kaizer Chiefs winning 4, Mamelodi Sundowns winning 5, and then you have Pirates losing 3. So, are we saying Pirates lacked preparation for that game? Or it is something less kulumanga in terms of lack of analyzing ngesikhathi, or something totally different?
Saying lack of time to prepare, I won't say it's true. It might be possible, but as for a team, a computer ku PSL, you can't be excusing ukuthi besileke preparation.
Yeah.
Si prepare late, nathi sibone sebasitshela kusasa ukuthi ziyasuka.
Yeah.
No, they had time. It's just that they had that mentality yokuthi team encane le thina sifuna Sundowns.
Yeah.
Because iChiefs idlalile ya computer thina sifuna ukuyishaya, sifuna ukudliwa. So they were waiting for ama team big only to find out ukuthi abantwana abancane nabo bayeza bayafika bayenza umsebenzi. So I think they had time. It's just that mentality yabo nje, it was off.
I mean, looking at the preparation that were, had between the teams, between, the top flight teams, which is Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, and also Mamelodi Sundowns. One thing about Sundowns, hey, Magesi, hey, small team, underdog, by a shy. I mean, we saw it with Power Lines, Nedbank Cup. They went there, they whooped them 24. We are here to also work here. So Sundowns went there, whooped Golden Arrows 5-0. Determination was there, preparation was on point. Azange banyatse. They didn't say, okay, Golden Arrows are number 16 on the league. We can take some advantage from them based on, the form that they had. Instead, but based on the form that they had, we can win the game. And let's make sure we score more goals. So we just want to hear from you guys. What do you think, happened in between those games? Do you think Orlando Pirates was less prepared compared to Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns? And the tricky part about football also, you'd find, Uguti, those who prepare more, they lose games.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Toluguti bebadla magwinya day before. Konje siyadlala. You find them, they're in the field, and then they win the game, So it's things that we see in the football game. So please do make sure that you share with us, on what you really think, what happened, in terms of the 3 games that we saw between, Chiefs playing with SuperSport, Sundowns, Golden Arrows, Orlando Pirates, and Magesi. So right now, moving on. Later on that day, Kaizer Chiefs thumped SuperSport United 4-0 at the Peter Mokaba Stadium. Gaston Serino, Yusuf Mart, Ranga Chivaviro, and Ashley Dupree scored for Amakosi. I mean, when it comes to this game, a lot of people had hope which the Chiefs will win. But scoring as many goals is something that they never saw. So it speaks about the things that have been changed in the team as a new coach has been announced, and then we saw Uguti. There's also an assistant coach that has joined the team on that day. So, do you think, Uguti, we're going to see more of that Chiefs that was playing with SuperSport United on the day, or we're going to see Chiefs they win 4-0, next game they lose 2-0?
According to the Chiefs in a corner right now, I know ukuthi bazobuyela back to that 4-0 aba winning this time, because one thing about the Chiefs, even you notice, even last season they had a game as simple, and you saw ukuthi bebadlala, but the only thing it was finishing. So this time game lisasekhona basadlala, so now intaba implementile, it's finishing, which is leyo finishing leyo yile sibona ebesi expecta from dala ukuthi man lapha ya phela Chiefs beyingawina 4-0, lapha beyingawina 3-0, which is into abayenza right now. So into ebesizikhalela izinto ezenzaka manje. So I'm happy the way Chiefs is changing akhona.
Definitely. I mean, we're hoping to see more of those results. If you're still watching, do make sure that you leave down your comment. And if you just joined the conversation, do make sure that you stay with us as we're coming more with updates that have been happening on the sports world, especially the Carling knockout. We are going to be moving on to the Premier League results that took place on the weekend. So, Fagu Gesi Konalapo is Nan in Fagu Gesi. Right now, I just want to apologize with my WhatsApp guys. I won't be calling out my number because WhatsApp yami, it's, you know, I'm so sorry busy in Fagu Gesi, but nami on my WhatsApp Gesi. So the only forms of communication right now, it's on my YouTube or Facebook and TikTok as of right now. Go there, make sure Uguti you leave down that comment. So going back to the game, Kaizer Chiefs and SuperSport, I mean, the attitude and the discipline has changed over players. And it's something that we're going to cover, you know, at the end of the show, of what Ranga did. You know, because we see, we know, Guti, sometimes fans can get into your head. You know, I mean, last season we encountered a lot of fan moments whereby we are mesa ututu alfaga nix ututu ayikho into esebenzayo, and then you'll hear fans like Chentila mkipe. And I think as a professional player that is you know, irritating. Like, why would so many people say this? Guys, please give me an opportunity. And if you watch so much sports, you will notice every time when a player scores, will do something or show some gestures. You know, maybe your symbols to the fans. Go, hey, so I shut you up. So it's something that we are going to be covering, as you know, SuperSport played with Kaizer Chiefs at Peter Mokaba, where we saw Gaston Serino, Yusuf Mart, Ranga Chivaviro, and Ashley Dupree, you know, scoring those goals for Makosi. So when we come back, we're going to finish off with the games that played on Sunday right there on the Carling knockout. So do make sure that you stay with us as we still updating you with what happened over the weekends on our Sports Light show. My name is Moeketsi Maimane and I'm joined by Arthur Blade right here. We are giving you all of the updates that you need, whether it's on field and outside of the field. Sikona, Sikfagelu Gesi, and we do right by you. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the Facebook page. Don't forget to follow us on our TikTok, Instagram, and also our Twitter page. So right now, let us go take a short break, and then when we come back, we're bringing you more updates, and we continue with the Carling knockout before we move to our next, you know, Premier League results scores. Atimanje ngenze kanje ngifaka ugesi, and then I'll come back to give you more.
You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news, and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmani, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Classy Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you got anything to about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m., where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
You are now watching the Sports Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin.
Welcome to Sports Spotlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
Indeed, the light was spotted by Share Online. Thank you so much for staying with us. And if you've just joined us, welcome to the Sports Light Show, where we give you each and every update, whether it's on field or outside the field. We've got you covered. Before the break, we said we're going to come back and finish off with the cunning knockout update that happened on the past weekend, which is Saturday. So, moving on Sunday, only 2 matches were held with 2 spots remaining to be filled. The previous year's finalist TS Galaxy secured a narrow victory over Chippa United, winning 1-0 at the Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga. Zenan Zachmovic netted the sole goal for the Rockets during extra time, enabling the Mpumalanga-based team to advance to the quarterfinals. In the final match of the day, Richards Bay FC triumphed over Sekhukhune United, successfully progressing to the last 8. Sipombule inadvertently scored an own goal in the first half, and the Natal Rich Boys maintained their lead until the final whistle. As we finish with those updates, we know that the fixture is out. The draw was made, and this is how the fixture looks like. Richards Bay will be playing Cape Town City, Kaizer Chiefs knocking horns with Mamelodi Sundowns, TS Galaxy knocking horns with Magesi FC, and lastly, Marumo Gallants knocking horns with the defending champions Stellenbosch. Dates and venues and kick-off time to be announced. So, on this fixture that we have here, we know that the talking points are in Kaizer Chiefs against Sundowns.
Yeah.
So, Sandawana, Kaizer Chiefs fans, stand up. I need you right now to predict the score that will happen against Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns. We know Chiefs with Sundowns, they come from a 5-1 lose, you know, and things now seems to have changed. So I don't know. What are your thoughts when it comes to this game?
Ash, you know, this game, it's very heavy, because the last time Sidlalene Sundowns, we know what happened.
Yeah.
We were facing Themba Zwane offside. We were facing Kaizer Chiefs Rotwa. So this time around, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I know for a fact Tukuti, Abo coach, boy too, they have because they don't know what to prepare for. Because by hours I'm a player, yes. They know how to analyze for the match. And abazuguti in the abazuguti is analyze a group.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But with the score,
hectic.
But I think it's by opposite this time. Last time I need to win the Sundowns, but the score about winning also Kaizer Chiefs this time.
Yeah. We also hope to hear from you, whoever who is watching right now, as Mamelodi Sundowns are playing Kaizer Chiefs in the quarterfinals of the Culling knockout. We'd like to hear what are your thoughts and what do you think the final score will be. can Sundowns repeat the same score against Kaizer Chiefs, or can Kaizer Chiefs turn things around a little bit for the people to cheer up and not, worship Mamelodi Sundowns? So, on Facebook, I have Ulunga Twabe ati SuuperSport shame. They really need to fix their defense. Seems like they lost their structure after selling their best players. And what I like about Chiefs, okay, so I think that one was for SuperSport because it's true on how SuperSport have let go Amaplayer Maning, and it has changed them because we understand in the PSL for teams to survive, they really need like the money, to pay off players. But Abanye, unfortunately, they have to let go of some good players, and we know Guti SuperSport is a very good team. It's a very, very good team. But, the opinions from Kazuya Shuguti, they're lacking structure after they're selling the best team. We are Buya Ati. And what I like about Chiefs, they didn't go there to play, but to play. Abadlali, bayadlala. I like their winning mentality. They look dangerous when they attack. So speaking of Kaizer Chiefs mentality, and obviously, speaking what about Ukazi speaking about is that we saw it in the weekend to go to know when they want to do something, they do it. They went there, they wanted to win the match, they won the match, and they scored the goals. So it's a very positive thing there for Kaizer Chiefs. And then in terms of our prediction for a game is Sundowns against Kaizer Chiefs on Carling Knockout. Gazi say Chiefs is going to win 2, Mamelodi Sundowns 1. 2-1 is the final score. You agree?
It has to be the opposite this time. It has to be the opposite. If it's not 2-1, then 3-2.
Yeah. Masandawana, where are you? What are you guys saying? What are your prediction? And if you are also a Pirates fan, feel free to give away the prediction. But we know, Guti, Pirates fans, they're going to give it to which team? We know, but keep those prediction coming. Thank you so much, Gazi, for that prediction. Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. And I mean, my prediction, according to how I've seen the teams playing, I'm going to go with the tough one here and say both teams are going to score, but it's going to be a draw. That leads to extra time to penalties. And when it comes to penalties, I trust Kaizer Chiefs. When it comes to penalties, man, Kaizer Chiefs has done well. So, my prediction is that Kaizer Chiefs is going to win the game on penalties. I know that they're going to be well prepared, both of them. Okwamanje, Kaizer Chiefs has worked on their structure, their discipline, and being firm when it comes to preparing for the games. So definitely with Sundowns, they're going to do the same thing. And whenever they knock horns, we're going to see a draw that will lead to the penalties. So I want to hear from you, who has not commented yet, about the prediction against Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs game.
I want to say something, Nem. With this game here, Kaizer Chiefs and Sundowns name. If it happens that Sundowns here win, I mean, nabo bazobe babonile mistake abayenzile that time. Because to be honest, Sundowns was playing. Bescount amatouch beswafuna ukuthi okay, like now amatouch eswajwayele ku Sundowns. So if they win this game, bazobe baziprovele ukuthi okay guys, this thing yethu. Noma sekuthiwani noma bangathini noma bangathenga ubani ukusalayo, this thing yethu. So na Chiefs mele be ready ukuthi mayidliwa, it's not the end. But they have to prepare more.
Definitely, man. We are hoping, and want to see what will happen and how things will pan out when the game's played. And remember, as I said, that the dates and the venues of these games, they will be announced. And when they are announced, we will be here and giving them out to you so that sikwazi ukuthola ama-ticket and go and watch the game. Obviously, since the venue is going to be announced, you'll never know if they're going to choose a neutral venue to make things interesting or the game is going to come right here at FNB Stadium. So we're looking forward to the announcement of the venues and the times. And another last two, we have TS Galaxy playing against Magesi and Stellenbosch playing against Marumo Gallants. So Magesi and TS Galaxy. We saw Guti Magesi had a very good run. They played against Pirates. They won that game. And then with TS Galaxy, they won 1-0 against Chipa United. So obviously, a lot of people, and what we are seeing is that TS Galaxy has a lot of challenge. Because Magesi has just knocked down Bafagu Gesi on the big rivals and the big, top flight team. So do you think TS Galaxy is going to come back with the same mentality Laba Beadlala and Chipa United, or they're forced to change?
Even if Banga change, at this point, Magesi is doing very well. He's doing very well because the way badlala ngakhona abayehli instead of ukuthi thina expect ukuthi next match, because I believe most people bebathi Pirates obvious iwinile for the weight lele ulishilo uthi obvious for bona bathi okay samthatha le obvious uza kithi. So at this point it's obvious ukuthi Magesi izoyithatha.
Definitely looking forward for that one. Magesi against Chipa, Magesi against TS Galaxy, and obviously the last one that we will be looking for is Marumo Gallants against Stellenbosch. So Marumo Gallants, they won against Polokwane City. They scored 3 goals. So we are born good. Okay, the guys, are fighting everything that they have. They're fighting with everything that they have. So Ukorama goals, it's present. And then Stellenbosch knocking horns with Amazulu. Stellenbosch won 2-1. So looking into this game, I think with the Stellenbosch mentality of defending the cup, and we know what Stellenbosch plays a very good game. Like they play very good football. So for me, when I look at this game against Marumo Gallants, I am seeing a very, very tough game. Due to the performance that they have been giving in the past games. Because people see this fixture as underdogs versus underdogs. But I see teams that have been playing good football and they are not scared of showing it off. So with this one, highly anticipation of a lot of goals, of course, because one thing about Stellenbosch, Bona, they're looking to defend the title, and Marumo Gallants is looking at scoring more goals. So it's something that when we are going to be watching the game, so it's going to pan out like that. It's either it's more goals or Stellenbosch score 1 goal and defend with everything that they have. But of course, we're looking forward to that game. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how the Carling knockout quarterfinal draw looks like. As I said, the dates are to be announced and also the venues are to be announced. So if you're asking yourself, man, if you still, stand a chance of voting and becoming of part of the Carling, Black Label and the Carling Knockout competition as fans, because Carling Knockout is giving you an ability to be part of the game and feel and have that voting right that this is what you want to see in the next game. So Carling Knockout prize money for the people who are going to be winning. The winner of the Carling Knockout will pocket 6.85 million, with the runner-up walking away with 2.85 million. On the other hand, semi-finalists will receive 1.35 million. The quarter-finalists will earn 850,000, and the teams knocked out in the last 16 will only gain 550,000. So looking at this money that people are getting, obviously there are previous winner, and by far most, Kaizer Chiefs is by far most successful side with the history of the Carling Cup, South Africa's own version of the League Cup, with 13 victories more than 3 times as many as the next best, though the last triumph came all the way back in 2010. Yeah, so it is a very interesting cup that, when it comes to being broadcasted and it comes to marketed, they have now gained that momentum. They have, give it to people. So we have what we call the Carling All-Star Team voting. Once again, this year's winner of the Carling Knockout will get to face the Carling All-Star Team that will be made up of players from the 15 other Premier Division clubs. So last season we saw Stellenbosch winning, and then they played the All-Stars, which we vote. Yeah. If you want to see Maela, if you want to see Dupree, we vote, and then Bayabahlanganisa, they get to play with Stellenbosch. So that's the nice thing about the competition. It gives you, the ability to think outside of the box and bring that fantasy football into the field and into our screens. Yeah. So when it comes to voting was opened from the 8th of October and will run until the 10th of December. So, champion fans can vote for their favorite players from all 16 PSL teams, even if they get eliminated from the Carling Knockout tournament, by simply purchasing a promo of 750 milliliters or 500 milliliter Carling Black Label, dialing *120 *660 unique code that you get from the bottle, hash, and the following on the screen prompts. The All-Star team will be made up of 6 Premier League divisions players, 5 from the Diski teams. This pits upcoming stars against the game's current stars. So it's exciting. Yeah. Yeah. So it's something very we want to see. So hoping that whenever the dates are announced for the Carling Knockout, we will be here giving you all of the updates, Uguti, Gwenzagalani, what is happening, and where we can watch the game. So before we go to the break, as promised, the Premier League is back from international duties. The guys are back to their clubs. And it kicked off on the 19th of October, which is the Saturday that we came from. So let us not waste any time and go through, the scores of, the teams that played. So I'm going to begin with the games that played on the 19th of October. So we saw West Ham playing against Tottenham Hotspurs, and Tottenham won 4-1. And then Fulham was playing Aston Villa, and Aston Villa won 3-1. And of course, Manchester United came against Brentford. They won 2-1. We know that Manchester United are still struggling to find their feet on the Premier League. But last week, they won their game, winning by 2-1. We saw a goal from Alejandro Garnacho and Højlund. And stumbling it to 2-1. And Newcastle lost 1-0 to Brighton Hove Albion. And Southampton was playing Leicester City. Leicester City won 3-2. And then Ipswich was playing with Everton, and Everton won 2-0. And then lastly, Bournemouth was playing against Arsenal, and Arsenal lost 2-0 against Bournemouth. And speaking about this game, Arsenal committed a foul, and one of the players was given a red card. I think it was Saliba. Saliba got a red card. And of course we know, hence they always say 10 men are dangerous. Yeah. But to some teams it's not like that. So it has impacted them to lose focus in the game, and Bournemouth came and scored 2 goals, which, like it iyabalimaza, because if we come to the table and look at where Arsenal is right now, you would find that they're still in number 3, but they have dropped 3 points. They have played 8 games and they are on 17 points. And that was their first lose of the league campaign. After 8 games, they lost against Bournemouth, and we hope that everything is going to be good for the guys as they're going to come back again this upcoming week and play their games on the weekend. So
You know, kancane ne. You know one thing about this game ne. Into engiyithandayo it's that instead of ukuthi bavele bathi ayazini ngoba Arsenal thisbayeke yabo, even though abathi thisbayeke but ababi ne mentality ukuthi vele sizodliwa. Instead they made sure ukuthi yazini nayi opportunity aswineni bafethu because sayeka la ngifana nokuthi since next sishawa abantu abayi10
yabo
si11 isiphelele kanjani. But one thing I love about this game, they had to make sure ukuthi siyawina bafethu.
Definitely. I mean, it changes the dynamics of how you see the game. If Abantu, they lose a man in the field, that psychology of saying, guys, buy a shorter, let's play, let's do everything all out. Definitely it will happen. And then on Sunday, we saw, two big games that we're playing. We saw Wolves playing against Manchester City and Manchester City winning 2-1 against Wolves. And then the last game was, the Super Sunday game, Liverpool against Chelsea, where we saw Chelsea losing to Liverpool by 2-1. I mean, this one was the main point because a lot of people are speaking about how Chelsea had so many opportunities, but couldn't convert them into goals. So Liverpool utilized, they scored 2 goals and they won the match. So that's it from the Premier League game results. And then on the comeback, we're going to be looking at Themba Zwane's injury update and Ranga Chivaviro advice that he got right there on the Spotlight Show. Please do make sure that you comment down below and you subscribe, like, and share the live with your people. As we take a short break, we'll come back and continue with our headlines.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachida, Amahrotmane, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Classy Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
Welcome to Sport Spotlight because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
You are now watching the Sports Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin.
A breaking news for Mamelodi Sundowns fans as Coach Manqoba Mngqithi gives an update on star player injury. Mamelodi Sundowns coach Manqoba Mngqithi suffered a giant blow after midfielder Themba Zwane was ruled out for the rest of the year. The 35-year-old Sundowns star suffered an Achilles tendon injury while on Bafana Bafana duty and has been ruled out for up to 6 months. Zwane's injury happened during Bafana Bafana's 1-1 draw against Congo Air on Tuesday, 15 October 2024, when he went down unchallenged in the first half. Themba Zwane will be missed at Mamelodi Sundowns. Niti spoke about Zwane's injury, giving an update to people. I mean, Sundowns has suffered a very huge blow.
Yeah.
So they've lost their midfielder maestro, and we know that a lot of things are going to change on Sundowns in trying to adjust, with playing a lot of games without Themba Zwane. So, Wena, what do you really think, and what are your thoughts about this injury?
I feel like njengoba uZwane uzoba ngekho for 6 months. It's a loss for bona because akahambanga, but team yona ngokwayo is looking forward ukuthi bawine, and then now ba lose player, and which is, it's not nje player ungathi noma ngaphuma at least sofaka usibani ozobalanceisa, but here we are talking about a player playmaker. Noma umfakile after sekusele 2 minutes umfake, you will see ukuthi there's something ayenzini. So here we are talking about sikhuluma akusi midfielder kuphela, but sikhuluma nge-engine ye team. Sikhuluma nge-engine. So I feel like Sundowns izo struggle this season. Izobhekana nenkinga eziningi. Because even though banga decide ukuthi, you know what, maybe athi zama umshikashika sithi sithenga fast, but there's no one onga replace uZwane, because le engine esiyaziyo siyazi ukuthi pressa kuphi masifuna idume kahle, but leyo ozoyithenga manje mfethu kusamele uyicheck ukuthi usivula kuphi senzani. But with uZwane ane injury, it's a big loss for one.
It's a big blow. And for you who's watching right there at home, please do make sure that you comment down below and tell us what you think about this Zwane injury. Do you think Sundowns have really suffered a big blow, or Sundowns can do very well without Themba Zwane? I mean, they have played against Golden Arrows, on the weekend, and they won 5-0. We know that a lot of fans, they're having different opinions on what they think about Zwane's injury. So, Niti, on the last one, Niti said clinically, they said it's a grade 3 Achilles tear, and he had surgery on Thursday. The possibilities is between 4 to 6 months. And then coming to what people are saying, because it's very important to hear what are the fans saying. Fans say Sundowns will struggle. We have a tweet from Peace Kagiso, Peace admires Zwane, saying, "That's very sad. I really enjoy watching him play. He's so good and he makes playing football looks easy." Ntokozo Ngema says Sundowns are gonna be beaten. Without him, they are very average, And then Mehluli Sibanda saying speedy recovery Shiga. Abongile Bongs Umxhosa Ndambisa saying, which means Sundowns is injured.
True.
A lot of fans are devastated, man, by reading the comments here, and then Jonathan Maguvele says, at least Neoma Emma will play. Mabena will also get a chance. Who's Mabena now?
Hey.
All right, Ronwen Williams. This one is another update. But people are really devastated about the news. We would also like to hear from you right there at home, Uguti. What do you really think about the injury yaga Themba Zwane? And we are going to be giving you more updates. We know they're saying he is out for a year. But in terms of Sundowns adjusting, playing the games, we're going to be there for you, giving you all of the updates that you need to get. So, moving on, our last headline for the day is Ranga was given a valuable advice after a goal celebration. A former Kaizer Chiefs player has given valuable advice to striker Ranga Chivaviro, who appeared to be hitting back at his critics after scoring against SuuperSport United over the weekend. Chivaviro bagged Amakosi's third goal in a 4-0 drubbing of Matsatsantsa in the Carling knockout last 16 clash at the Peter Mokaba Stadium on Saturday, and then he followed that up with a celebration that was evidently directed at the supporters who were jeering him during the match for some of the opportunities he was unable to convert. Anyone who has played for Amakhosi would know that supporters of the club are hard to please, and shutting them out is the best way to go about business, especially as a striker. As a defender during his playing days, Moeketsi Maimane bore the brunt of Amakhosi supporters and is well aware of the negative impact their criticism can have, which is why he has stressed the importance of Chivaviro focusing on his game rather than trying to retaliate. I mean, he speaks of, if fans but boo you, you know, and then it happens that momentum yako picks up and you score the goal. Rather than going to them and saying, hey, shut up, hey, you saw, they say, just calm yourself down. It's fans. There are people, they have feelings, so what we are doing is not giving to them. So do you think, Vele, that thing is, viable in terms of you being or hey, F you? Now you're like, hey, F you.
Ezinye izinto ne, especially ama fans banalento yokuthi thina sifuna iwin ukuthi wenzana sinandaba, but you just want iwin. And then kulawo ma fans lawo, there are those people aba analyzeayo ukuthi bokumele ngabe at least wenze so. So during that moment ukuthi bokumele ngabe, like, there was an opportunity for you to do something better, but instead when you saw opportunity ukuthi azini ngenza noma yini, but here ukorile, but yena ukubuyela back to ama fans athi hey, I responded back ukuthi thulani. It's not a good thing, because lawo ma fans lawo yiwo aphinda mkhuthaza ukuthi no, do it like this instead of the ndlela oyenza ngayo. So sometimes as ama fans ne, I won't say ba wrong, but nabo they are playing a role kuwe ukuthi you have to be aware ukuthi okay, I'm doing in the wrong, for the fact ukuthi uthola if feedback usase matchini ukuthi ngenza mistake, so thingilungise fast, unlike uzothola feedback after match seyiphelile or uyithole second half, not knowing ukuthi ngaleyo second half that's when uzophuma khona replace someone else, the next coming game awusangeni. So I think ama fans they wenza ngakhona, it's the way yokuthi sikutshela kusase early, because abayenzi kuphela kwama play, even nakubo coach they do it ukuthi hey ndoda sapa lo muntu lo, because you can see danger. If awumkhiphi that's when sizoluza. But abo coach banalento yokuthi yazi ngiyazi into engiyenzayo adliwe kunjalo. So for yena I understand ukuthi maybe we feel that pressure and was celebrate and be over excited, but sometimes he needs to understand ukuthi okay, bebangifundisa something which is uyifundile wakora, but going back to them it was a no.
I mean, this thing can be confusing, because sometimes you never know who's right and who's wrong, because people have feelings, I'm a fans and players nabo, they have feelings. You'll never hear players saying, you know what, the fans, they do this and that, speaking ill of fans, you don't see that in players. So when fans speak ill of players, you will see emotion rising, and come on guys, you can't say this about me, so I have to prove to you, Guti, I can't do this, because with Ranga we saw Guti, he tried to prove to the fans, Guti, no guys, even if you can say anything, I'll do something better so that I can shut your mouth. But it's a very difficult one. So Utoteti comes and say for him to want answers to the supporters is not worth it, because he needs to focus on his game and make sure that he improves. I saw the supporters booing him, but it's important to focus on his game. Look at the goal he scored. It was a marvelous goal. He must continue working hard and see where he can improve. He is someone who can score goals, and he needs to be mentally strong. He should not let supporters play with his mind, or else he will end up losing concentration and lose confidence in himself. I don't know what you think about it. If you're watching right now, do you think what Mr. Toteti is saying to Ranga Chivaviro over what he has done, in the game of SuperSport when he scored the third goal? He went to the supporters and he did some kind of gestures and symbols to the supporters to show Guti, whatever that you guys are trying to say to me, it's not, the way it looks like. So there's me coming to you and responding to your criticism. So I just want to know, some few points from people if you think Uguti Uranga was right or Mr. Toteti is right by speaking and advising Ranga to not do that again. Hopefully everything will change and Ranga will be mentally strong, as Mr. Toteti said. So right now we have reached the conclusion of our show. So please do make sure to stay with us each and every Wednesday right here on the Sports Light Show. Last words, man.
Before Valane, lente show Toteti, it's very important. Not for Uranga Pela, but for all the players, because bakhona abaluza a confidence that time.
Yeah.
As I fan eli one lithi hayi wena uyapeta uyabo. But hearing uToteti show something like this, it's very important for nayo Ranga ukuthi abe aware next time ukuthi chatting back using a sign, it's not important. 14 esibukele. What is important for us, it's your performance. So the only way ukuthi akumela responde ngayo indlela performa ngayo. It's more like esikolweni bazokutshela ukuthi wena uyapeta, but the only way kumele uziprove ukuthi awupeti it's when you give the results. So ilenta iyenzile lana, so into ekumele aqhubeke ngayo ukuthi afocus nje kuyi. But chatter back, it's a no, like it's a big no. But with my last words, I'm saying I want to see matches Sundowns and Chiefs. You and stress right now. But I know ukuthi everyone la khona is waiting for a venue. Maseba itholile, that's when wonke umuntu azoba siyaya.
Definitely right here on the Spotlight, we don't leave you without anything about an update on what is going to happen on our sports weekend. We are highlighting the Betway Premiership. So right now, if you're watching, you don't have any idea ukuthi kudlalani on Saturday and Sunday on Betway Premier League. So on Friday, we are going to be kicking it over. Orlando Pirates are playing against AmaZulu at Orlando Stadium at 7:30. And the second game on the same day, it's Richards Bay versus Stellenbosch at Kingswellington Stadium at 7:30. And Saturday, we are on the 26th of October, we will be watching Marumo Gallants against TS Galaxy at the Toyota Stadium at 3:00. And this is the game that Gavin Hunt was complaining about. The Kaizer Chiefs once again are playing SuuperSport United away at New Peter Mokaba Stadium at 5:30. Chippa United will be playing against Golden Arrows at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium at 8:00. And Royal AM versus Sekhukhune United at Herigwala Stadium at 8:00. And Sunday, which is the last day, on the 27th of October, Polokwane City will be knocking horns with Mamelodi Sundowns at Old Peter Mokaba Stadium at 3:00. And Cape Town City versus Magesi FC at Outloan Stadium at 3:00. We will be here next week Tuesday, same time, same place, to give you the updates on what happened on the games and highlighting the most important points. For now, we're going to say thank you so much for staying with us. We'll see you next week, same time, same place, right here on Sportslight. Please do not forget, we are Share Radio, brought to you by Share Online. Do make sure that you follow us on our social media platforms. Comment down below if you have anything to say. We have shows that are playing from Monday up to Friday, so please do stay with us as we give you much of this content. From me, Moeketsi Maimane, and Ato Blade, would like to say have a very beautiful the rest of your sports weekend, and we say signing out. See you next week. Thank you.
You know know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news, and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Classy Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.